Welcome to Morning Market Call. We are on location at the Investors Professionals Conference here in front of the Gordon B. Hinckley Alumni Center. With me today is Blake Modersitzki, Managing Director of Pelion Venture Partners. Thanks for being with us, Blake.
It's great to be here, Doug.
And full disclosure, I actually had the great opportunity to intern at Pelion this summer. So just thought I'd get that out of the way.
So we have lots of stories about Doug. He is single, so we can have a longer conversation at some point in time.
My girlfriend might watch this at some point, so things are good there. Just thought I'd... So Blake is part of the venture capital industry, and Blake, why don't you just briefly, for those that aren't as familiar with venture capital, explain what it is?
So venture capital is really designed as kind of the engine of the economy. We invest into young startup companies, help them grow over time, and at some point you'll see them grow to be companies that look like Google or Cisco or Yahoo or Microsoft. So it's really the idea of building great companies for the next economy.
So examples, so whoever invested in Google, for example, they're pretty happy right now.
They would be very happy. I actually know those guys quite well, and Eric Schmidt, the current CEO of Google, used to be my boss at Novell, and probably my biggest mistake in life is when he asked me to come join him back in 2000, and I said, really, another search engine? Passed on that opportunity, so.
But apparently you can redeem yourself. Now, Pelion has had some pretty wild successes investing. To give an idea to someone, the potential return you could have on an investment, maybe explain what happened with Riverbed, for example.
Yeah, Riverbed was a company we invested into in 2003. We invested $4 million into the company, ended up owning somewhere in the neighborhood of about 12%. The company continued to do really well. When our money went in, the company had no revenue and no shipping product. Company went public in 2006. We had continued to invest. We had a total of $8 million invested into the company, and at the public offering, that $8 million had turned into approximately $190 million over 3 years. So, great company. It's now in excess of $2.5 billion market cap, traded on NASDAQ. Great company, but that's kind of the potential that exists in venture capital, is a small amount of money that can really go big over time.
And I think that type of return excites a lot of people that are MBA students like myself or undergraduate business students. But there's a reputation that it's pretty hard to get into the VC world. What advice would you have to students like myself or others that eventually want to be doing what you're doing?
You know, getting in the venture industry is a great opportunity, and so there's a couple things you need to do. One is obviously get a great education. I think here at BYU they have a lot of different things you can do with Cougar Capital and some of the VC classes. I think if you look at what you want to do coming out of college is either go down a path of investment banking, go to work for a startup, become an entrepreneur yourself, or in some cases go to a consulting opportunity where you learn some real industry knowledge. If you go down that path and then network with guys in the venture industry, because it's all about timing. You know, we hire people when we raise funds, and it's all about kind of the networking and wanting to have people come join us, because it's a really small industry.
Yeah, so timing is everything. Be prepared when that opportunity comes to bite.
Absolutely.
Sounds like you've been at the right place at the right time a few times.
You know what, I had a great opportunity. I ran Novell's venture fund for several years, and then the timing of my partner Jim Dreyfus looking to expand his firm, and it worked out, and we got together, and it's been a great ride ever since.
Blake Modersitzki, living the dream. Thanks for being with us. For Morning Market Call, this is Doug Mumford. Join us next time.
Thanks.
Morning Market Call is brought to you by the MARRIOTT School of Management in cooperation with the Brigham Young University Department of Communications. MMC is made possible by generous donations from Larry TASHJIAN and Gary Williams. This show was produced by Jeff Butler, JANESSA CLOWARD, David Wood, and Doug Mumford, with line producing by Beth Grimmett. For more information, please follow us on Twitter and Facebook.